Welcome to the Journal, episode 2. I'm Captain Hira. Coming up on the show, we talk about net decking, my take on the subject, how it can become a crutch for players, and how to use this as a tool for improvement. So first of all, we gotta start by defining what net decking is. So net decking is utilizing already pre-constructed decks made by other members of the community that are available online, so you can actually copy them and import them into the game, and if you have all the available cards already, then you can start playing with them right away. That's net decking. Now, there's gonna be a couple of people that actually benefit more than others from net decking. New players that are gonna be incredibly beneficial for them to net deck because they're coming from another game maybe, or they're getting into the genre. They still don't have the knowledge necessary to start creating decks at the moment. So, if you are utilizing a deck that is already available, that has already been tested, that you know that it's going to be working, it's going to help you to learn the mechanics of the game. It's going to help you with all the other aspects outside the creation, so you can get accustomed to the cards, accustomed to the mechanics, to how certain cards are going to be playing, and then eventually you can transition into deck building when you feel more confident in your playstyle. And then eventually you're going to end up moving slowly into making your own decks, because now you have more knowledge about the game itself. Your playstyle is going to become much more confident. So the other kind of people that actually benefit a lot is going to be those that don't have a lot of time. So they just have to go online, see a deck that they like with the archetype that it might appeal to them, copy them, start playing, nothing to worry about. And they can actually be quite competitive this way, but they're actually not focusing to learning how to do the deck building side. They just focus on, piloting as much as they can, the casual way. So those two are the starting point when it comes to net decking discussion. Now, the other kind of player, the player that has been playing for a while, that is looking to improve, that's actually being actively playing in the competitive scene, in the competitive ladder. It could be that they are reaching a plateau. They see that their decks are performing fantastic in the previous leagues that they were on, and they hit a wall. They're not coming up, so they start thinking about what's going on with the decks, why nothing is working. They start to doubt themselves because now everything could be a problem. Something is not right, and most of the times one of the ways for you to fix it is to have the knowledge of the cards. Actually, most likely it will be the best way for you to fix it. So now we're here, new player, everything's going better. How do we move on to the next step? So now we are at this stage, pretty much the second stage of a player. You're not a beginner anymore. How do we progress? So now we are at this spot. We've been playing for a while, we want to get better. How do we do it? Well, so this is the part where I recommend you to start looking into deck building, start looking into making your own home brews, if you want to call it like that. You gotta consider that deck building, aside from being just creating functional lists that can perform well, is also the skill of understanding the cards, the synergies, the selection of the cards. Why are you picking this card over this card? That is an important set of knowledge that you need to have, because it's gonna help you to evaluate the utility of the cards. It's gonna help you evaluate the synergy in certain lists, why this card might perform better in this archetype than in this other archetype. Players that are actually on the higher echelons, on the more, the middle players, the champion players, the pro players, when they're making decks, they're always questioning the decisions of a card. So they're always questioning, what's the cost of this card? What is the ratio of the value to the cost? What kind of enchantment is going to benefit my creatures? Is the power that I'm choosing the correct one for the archetype of the deck that I'm playing? If I'm going to be utilizing rush minions, which are going to be my defense if I need to. If I'm looking for removal, where the removal is going to come from. They're always questioning themselves, questioning all the selections. And it's also going to help you to find your own style. It's going to help you to develop a better understanding of deck composition and a better understanding of the cards. When you rely heavily into copying the list of another player, you're skipping these steps, you're skipping the cuts, you're skipping the retakes, you're skipping the mistake, all the important aspects that are going to make you a better player. And it's also going to be creating an artificial meta, because now you're going to see a lot of decks being repeated, a lot of people just playing the same, 5, 6, 7 variations of decks, and nothing is evolving. It becomes a stall meta, there's no originality, nothing is coming up on top of it. It can become quite tedious. You log into a ranked matches, and then it's gonna be 6 matches of Reanimator, and then 6 matches of, red aggro, and then you realize, oh my god, my deck is being countered heavily by this red aggro, and you're not enjoying the deck because again you're facing the same type of player over and over and over and over again. Of course, what are the strategies that you're going to be picking up? If you're smart about it, then it's okay, this is a reanimator deck, I'm going to be playing something that can counter reanimator. You do have to adapt. But if we're talking about utilizing or testing a list and this happens, it's annoying, it's a problem. Now, it is unavoidable. People are going to be using the list of the mid players, of the champions, because they know that the lists are good. They're good players, the lists are good. If I use it, I'm going to be there. It's kind of understandable, but at the same time, it kind of kills the joy of the game. Like, the originality is going to suffer, when there are fewer and fewer different creations of decks trying to rank up. It feels kind of boring just to see over and over and over the same kind of decks. I come from Paper Magic and we didn't have net decking. At least on the time that I was playing, we didn't have net decking. So we will have to go to a store or talking to friends or doing it by your own in your room, just like looking over and over your collection and see what else can you make with what you have available. Are you going to be making a token deck? Are you going to be making a 1TK aggro deck or whatever? So coming from Paper Magic, it was really fun because when you get to go to the physical stores and you see all these people playing different decks, all these people playing, completely separate variations, or sometimes it's the same archetype and using maybe the same couple of cards, but they're being played completely different. And it was really nice just to see that variety of everything being played. So when I moved into online card games, and then I started realizing like, everybody's copying this deck and everybody's copying that deck, it felt kind of different for me. So at the same time, I do understand the necessity and I do understand the efficacy. It saves you a lot of time, but it could be kind of annoying. Now, with that in mind, what do I recommend when it comes to deck decking? I would recommend you to utilize deck decking as an inspiration source. You will see online decks and you look at them and then you start questioning, why is this person choosing this card? Why he's using this enchantment or those enchantments? What is the win condition? What are the reactive measures? What's the tempo of the list? How could I play it in the most efficient way? What kind of answer and removal strategies the deck has? How should I play it when I'm in a disadvantage? How should I play it when I'm leading the match? Which kind of improvements would I bring to the list? So use net decks as a resource information, as a snip into the mind of a player. So with all these questions that I just gave you, it's going to help you with your creative mind to start coming up with decks that you're going to be interested and excited into playing, instead of just playing something because it's just winning. I mean, you're gonna get bored if you're just playing something that is just winning and winning and winning and winning. Yeah, okay, maybe you reach your goal, you become a middle player. You're gonna be picking a lot of skills and everything along the way, but it might just become boring for you if you're just cruising through the ranks. I keep hearing a lot of people saying that they're good at piloting and not deck building, but I personally believe that everybody can become good deck builders if they take a little bit of time every day to do it. For example, you can take the daily quest, the ones that you gotta win 2 games while burning S and Y, as a challenge for you to come with a deck to clear that mission. You gotta clear that deck with purple and red. Okay, go to your collection, see what you can do. Maybe you will find, actually by doing this, maybe you will find something that is really interesting, that maybe you can get more into it and maybe create a competitive deck for it. Combination of colors that you weren't thinking about it before, and now you are excited about playing in ranked match. I would also recommend you to play draft matches, so arena or the gauntlet if you want to, because it's giving you different options. It's just giving you random cards. You gotta make something with all this randomness, and it's gonna help you a lot getting better with deck building. Much better. So by doing this, eventually you're gonna be developing habits on selecting cards, evaluating cards. You're gonna start seeing your own style coming through, helping you and guiding you into creating decks that you are gonna enjoy. Also, there's a couple questions that you should be asking yourself, like every 20 matches you should be asking yourself, how is the deck performing? Where do I think it's failing? What changes can I bring to solve the issues? I would also recommend you to rely on your friends and the community. The community of Midgard is very open. We like to help each other as much as we can, so you can always post your deck on the Discord and tell them, hey guys, what do you guys think? What kind of changes could I bring into the deck? Right now I'm sitting at 20 wins, 70 losses. What can I do to improve, and I'm pretty sure somebody's gonna come up and tell you, hey, I would recommend you to do this, change this card, change this patch, change this power. That kind of peer review kind of conversation, you're gonna start also realizing, oh, you know what, I might be able to use this card and get better results, and it's gonna help you a lot gain much more knowledge of the game. And to close with, I do gotta tell you, you're gonna have to have some patience. Deck building is very difficult. Deck building in overall is super difficult. Deck building in Midgard is a little bit more difficult than that. It is gonna take you a while. I don't think you're gonna become a master deck builder in a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, if you're actually putting just a little bit, a couple minutes every day, 10-15 minutes. You're gonna start slowly seeing results that are gonna be multiplying pretty much. Your knowledge of the cards are just gonna exponentially grow. You're gonna start being able to actually recall cards by name when somebody tells you, and you are gonna become a much better player. I really believe so. With that in mind, I want to close by saying, have some patience, enjoy the game, always look to have fun above everything else. Your rank is gonna come with time. You're gonna get better if you actually continue to play the game. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you everybody that's been following the YouTube channel, the Twitch streams, everybody that has subscribed, that has helped me to become a partner. I actually became a partner last night, so I am super happy about that. Thank you again. Thank you to Rhino Games for giving me the opportunity, and I hope to continue making as much content as I can. I'll see you in the next time. Have a wonderful night.